It's Open House Thursday on YourView. Welcome to the show. I am Morayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Get in the building. How you doing? You look nice and colorful.
Thank you. I'm Joseph. Is it Joseph or Jacob and his coat of many colors?
Joseph. Yeah.
Joseph. Okay. So that's who I am today. I'm leaving on Sunday, so...
So this is your last show for your travel?
For a while, yeah.
Oh. 3 months you're gone?
It's not.
Is it 3 years? Let us know now.
I can't leave this country.
Let us know.
This is my country.
Okay,
I am Nigerian.
just a few weeks.
Nigerian. I love this country.
Yes.
Nothing can ever make me leave.
Okay.
Nothing. I haven't seen anything.
Not yet.
Not even war.
Wow.
We will not see war.
Amen.
Amen.
Jesus' name.
Amen.
But you look amazing. I mean, are you going somewhere after this?
No.
Wow. Just being YK. You're
I'm
matching.
going to the office. I have
matching.
You know,
So why can you literally change your phone jacket, your iPad jacket, your nails, everything, every single morning.
I particularly love this one.
Yeah,
Colors are
really colors.
Nice. What? For your iPad.
Yeah, iPad.
Oh, thank you.
Cover.
Thank
Really
you.
pretty.
My daughter hooks me up. She hooks me
knows-
up, but she's complaining.
her mama.
She knows what you want.
Have a stash.
She complains when I say, Arola, I need phone case. And what is wrong? But she will
still gets it. How are you doing, Obiajilu?
I'm doing fine. I had a very terrible experience on... Today is Thursday. On Tuesday.
the traffic.
So apparently the rain was so heavy.
Yeah.
Everywhere was flooded. And then I waited till like 11 to join the traffic, thinking that by then a lot of people would have been off the streets. But we got home 3 a.m. 3:15 a.m. I'm not joking.
You're joking.
I'm not joking. I was
What do you mean?
People on my WhatsApp saw it now.
No, calm down
Yes.
first. Let's start. 11 a.m.
It wasn't moving, yes. 11 p.m.
Okay.
And got home 3:15 a.m.
Okay.
Whoa.
So the place was blocked. The island was really blocked.
Were you on the show the next day?
Thank God I wasn't, because there's no way I would have done it. I just heard about
It's
it.
the diversions, right?
Not the diversions. The whole place was flooded, first of all, and cars were swimming. Very high cars. On my left, they are dying. On my right, they are dying. Trucks littered all around the road. It didn't move at all.
I'm sorry about that.
My daughter couldn't go to school yesterday because nobody to wake her up and bathe her. I had a few hours to sleep before going back on set. It was a terrible experience.
Wow.
See, I love
Many years, my staying in Lagos, this is my first.
And you know,
it's really terrible.
A lot of those canals where they built on top in Lekki, so it's causing I didn't send pictures of my cousin's house flooded. Inside.
That's why I'm going to be thankful about mainland. Once it rains, no matter how heavy, let the hell rain come from everything part of it disappears in seconds. You go right.
Well, don't say
No,
that.
it
The
doesn't
corridor
disappear
road
now.
is
Okay,
really
well,
bad.
you know our streets.
Let me speak. Let me speak for my own part of the mainland.
Okay.
Our own part,
highland.
K2 area of Lagos State.
Oh,
Once it rains, it goes right back
You're
to
so
normal.
Nigerian.
I'm
It's very
telling you.
K2.
I'm telling you.
So I love it.
Because your own area is fine.
No, because we have to remind the
All of us
islanders.
should come here
No, we have to remind the islanders. Always feel as if they're very important.
But they're
No,
all
they don't.
No, they always feel like that.
in your head.
I'm telling you.
All right.
we always have to remind them that those of us in K2, we live a better quality life.
So everybody leave the island. I can't.
In Ogun State.
People don't even have road.
Swim.
You don't have road.
My car has turned to a boat.
No, when Lagos people are talking, why cannot even talk? They're not even in the conversation.
I was telling my driver, I said, I'm happy that I'm even going out of town because
I need to
my car can't survive.
How are you doing, Jai? Let me come to you for the
It's my
time.
daughter's birthday. My darling Ima is 10.
That's a big age.
A big age.
The two figures.
Yeah, I'm telling you, finally, and she has been so excited about getting here. I'm like, Auntie,
Yeah, plenty more years.
Yeah, you still don't turn 10 till 10:35 p.m. because that was when you were born. Even right now, you're still 9, but you know, she's such a huge blessing, and I'm so glad, you know, that God has kept her and kept us all to this day. Her big sister was saying that, wow, Miriam, so this is your last child is 10. I said, why are you so sure that it's my last child? I hope my dad is not there. You have a heart attack. I was like, but, you know, I'm just so blessed.
Happy birthday, Ima. The Ima. Fantastic. Good.
Happy birthday.
Oh, that's so nice. So are you doing anything for her? Okay, she's having a small thingy for her.
Yeah, today she'll have cake and stuff.
In her
class, yeah.
Okay, cool. All righty.
Give us gist, give us gist.
Me, do I ever have gist?
Did you go for Davido's wedding?
Oh, yes, I was.
Oh, okay, where?
It was online. It was, the traffic online was crazy. We all sat down looking and watching, and it was such an interesting...
So you mean you dressed up and you didn't go for the wedding?
Yeah, I was on my room, in my office. In fact, after the show, I changed my clothes. But I still enjoyed watching. I watched Ubi, Franklin was live. I was going on different people's pages.
It was shot by knobs that I follow.
You know? But I wouldn't have gone even if I was invited because I knew it was going to be too crowded. I don't like this kind of parties or that, you know, it's just everybody just
thought that was the Lagos thing.
And you see, if I know the person, I would
then
go.
It's different, yeah.
But I don't know you. Why would I be going and be dressing up?
Yeah, struggling to get to see, struggling to eat.
If I know you and it's rowdy,
it was strictly by invitation. You would have just gone there to be embarrassing.
Yeah, exactly.
No, if she got an invitation.
If I got an invite, I don't know the couple, so I'll just go there, just sit down, and be looking. But if it was a big wedding and I know the couple and they know, we will be there.
You have been caught in that traffic.
Okay, we'll find a way.
It was the same day.
When Lagosians want to party, I didn't tell you about the party we went for. Was it in Ijebu day? Was it Ijebu? The light, there was no light.
Yes, you started singing outside, clapping.
We went outside. The electricity in the event center went out.
Yeah.
So we thought maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. We were there for 2 hours. People just came. We carried our table and chair outside. We continued the party. After the electricity came back up, we went right inside. And Sunny Ade was playing. we enjoyed the party. No, we didn't go. We sat outside. Whenever they fixed the generator, we are here.
I wouldn't mind doing that if
because I know the celebrants.
Booze. Working a role model.
Champagne.
Yes,
role model.
The booze was flying. Food was still being served outside. All of us were there.
Working to silence.
No. So
role models don't drink.
Role models no.
Okay, we have passed our
role models don't say
role model.
Hello.
I'm just
we have passed our time. We have passed our time for banter. We have reduced the time for paper review.
Are you sure?
Let's go on a break.
Let's banter.
Let's banter all the way.
When we come back, because today's our gisting day, so you guys are just misbehaving.
Yes, let's go.
Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with the nation. Banks face tough conditions in recapitalization drive. Tinubu not discriminating against North, says Shetima. Economy attracted $24 billion forex inflows in Q1. FG moves to avert shutdown of varsities. President backs NDLEA's Save Our Families advocacy campaign. Oyo lawmakers are daggers drawn with speaker. Police plan data centers for 774 council headquarters. Okay, which story are we starting with?
I can do the ASU bit.
Okay.
The federal government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities on Wednesday held a meeting to avert an industrial action by the union. The parley started at 4:30 p.m. at the Minister of Education's office in Abuja, and it ended about 6:40 p.m. The ASU president, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, told journalists that the meeting was necessary as the present administration had spent 1 year in office without addressing issues affecting the university system. Both sides also expressed optimism that the commencement of the negotiations, all outstanding issues will be amicably resolved. The union earlier had threatened to embark on strike over various issues, but while they were speaking with correspondents after the meeting with the Education Minister, Tahir Maman, Osodeke said that the negotiation process had begun and hoped the minister would follow up on what has been agreed on. He also explained that both parties were asked to set up a committee to look into the 10 demands ASU listed in a letter he wrote to the federal government on Monday. And he revealed that they would meet the government in 2 weeks for yet another review. He said, and I quote, "We have not decided on anything yet, but only created committees to look into the demands. There are some things they also asked us to do. We'll be meeting again next 2 weeks' time to have that discussion." So everybody on both sides of the divide are optimistic about the negotiations. Whatever they decide, we must not go back to having another strike for the universities.
Let me take the major headlines. So ongoing bank recap would not be business as usual, Cardoso said. That's the Governor of the Central Bank, Olayemi Cardoso, said yesterday, he hinted that the conditions will be tough to ensure that all banks scale the hurdles that will be to become strong and be able to withhold the shocks, the economic shocks in future, if there's ever any of those in future. The banks should be able to drive the economic target of $1 trillion GDP. The plan is to strictly scrutinize the financial institutions as they move towards recapitalization. CBN governor was speaking in the United Kingdom Chamber of Commerce yesterday. He said the CBN will rigorously enforce our fit and proper criteria for prospective new shareholders, senior management and board members. So they're going to scrutinize who and who is going to become your shareholder and board members. Okay. He added that the CBN will ensure banks have sufficient capital to meet their operational needs and manage risks and shocks in future. We reiterated that the core objective of this recap is to trigger the emergence of stronger, healthier banks for our future economy.
Yeah, and I have got the NDLEA story. So our president launched the Save Our Family campaign, a renewed initiative of NDLEA to strengthen the fight against drug abuse and illicit drug trafficking. So it was the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Drug Trafficking, and the theme was "The evidence is clear, invest in prevention." So the president is saying that Nigerians need to join the fight against drug abuse. He also hailed NDLEA's efforts and the success of his war against drug abuse initiative, which is WADA. He says prevention is not only saves lives, but also saves resources that would otherwise be spent on treatment and rehabilitation. It empowers individuals to make informed choices, promotes healthy lifestyles, and creates resilient communities capable of withstanding the pressures of drug abuse. The chairman of NDLEA said that Save Our Lives is designed to prevent and tackle drug abuse through early detection and intervention by making the agency's newly produced special drug test kits a necessity in every home, schools, and also workplaces. So they're hoping that this drug integrity test initiative will metamorphose into an anti-drug culture for every Nigerian. That's interesting, this new... So
I have the story of the Edo speaker who was ordered, the deputy majority leader of the Edo State Assembly, Natasha Osawaru, was yesterday ordered to leave the plenary for improper dressing and wearing of dark sunshades. The Speaker of the House, Blessing Agbebaku, ordered Osawaru, the representative of Ego constituency, to leave the session following a point of order raised by Nicholas Asonsere, who represents Ikpoba Oka constituency. Okay. They said the Hallowed Chambers is a sacred place, and they will not continue to allow anybody to bring it to district.
What exactly did she wear?
Dark shades. She was wearing a hat, you know the kind of hats I wear, a shirt.
Fedora hat.
Okay. And
but they have dress code, right?
Okay.
They have a dress code.
That's a hot topic.
And then with the
glasses. Looking like a...
hot topic.
So is it the hat or the glasses that was the issue?
Yeah,
I think it was the glasses.
I love it. Too casual for that.
That's what she wore to the plenary.
Yeah.
I don't think it looks casual.
She's a young lawmaker.
Maybe the sunglasses. Maybe she should have taken
it. It looks casual.
Let's go.
Doesn't look casual to me.
It's an interesting
for plenary, for something serious.
Yes.
It's debatable.
The men wear their kaftans.
But that's traditional.
From Niger Delta, you wear your hat.
When I first saw it, I thought maybe she was wearing sexy or more.
No, I can't. But that's the sunglasses.
Well, there's probably a dress code.
Yes, there is.
Should be.
So it's either corporate English or traditional, full-blown. If you're doing traditional, you must have your gele. Like you tie your scarf complete out. If you're wearing the traditional for men, you must have your full regalia with your
sunglasses.
Let's go.
Sunglasses, they said that she was wearing.
Sunglasses is okay, but hat is, I mean, it's part of a dressing.
Let's not go on this break. When we come back, we continue with our review. I want to see that picture very well.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Okay, we're going to continue with Punch. Dangote Refinery. Crude supply crisis threatens oil investment. Operators warn federal government. Stress tests on banks necessitated the recapitalization, says CBN. Government ASU meets to avert strike in varsities. FG banks begin talks on nationwide broadband rollout. 423 billion naira theft. El-Rufai sues Kaduna Assembly, challenges probe. Tinubu backs NDLA to end drug abuse and trafficking. How we killed commercial sex worker for ritual, says suspect. PDP candidate receives APC defectors, vows to unseat Aiyedatiwa, and National Assembly resumes plans 2023 budget implementation extension. Okay.
Yeah, I took the major headline because, of course, we saw on social media the Dangote refinery in flames, so that's why I took it. And the management of the facility have allayed fears about the incident. They said the situation has been put under control and that no one was harmed in the fire outbreak. So at least from their tone, it seems like it wasn't too much of a big deal and everything's under control. But you remember I'd taken a story a few days ago where the vice president of Dangote Refinery was accusing, IOCs of some underhanded behavior. So the domestic crude oil supply crisis, they said, that recently led to accusations and denials in the oil sector may warrant an investment plunge in the industries. So the operators are saying this. They said that this crisis may damage the confidence of international oil companies and investors in refineries. So they're asking that LCCI has charged the federal government to prevent any form of blackmail and victimizations of IOCs and local refiners by quickly resolving the issues around oil supply contracts, higher crude costs in Nigeria, above international prices, and also the cost of logistics. We also have modular refinery operators who are demanding the intervention of the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister for the Economy, Wale Edun, to wade in the lingering domestic crude oil supply crisis. And so these are, so we'll now hear from government, concerning the accusation and counter-accusation, but it does make sense that hearing these sort of accusations, definitely, prospective investors may be, scared to invest here. But once we hear from federal government, I'm sure they will allay all fears and business can go on better, not as usual, better than usual.
Amen.
Amen. So let me take the 423 billion naira theft allegations. So the immediate past governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, has urged the Federal High Court in Kaduna to quash the report of the State House of Assembly accusing him of 435 billion naira theft. In a suit filed by his lawyer, A.U. Mustafa, on Wednesday, he said that the Assembly had breached, his rights to a fair hearing. Not inviting him in the course of the probe. He was never invited to express his own part of the allegation. He's urging the court to declare the report of the Assembly's ad hoc committee, indicting it null and void for not giving him the right of fair hearing or even to express his own part of the story. El-Rufai's media aide, Muyiwa Adeke, disclosed the development in a statement on Wednesday. He said that Malam Nasir Rufai is going today to sign the affidavit supporting the fundamental rights of case against the Kaduna State House of Assembly in the government. Okay.
Yes.
You have a story in Punch?
Yeah, I was going to take them. The PDP candidate receives APC defectors. The PDP candidate, who is, his name is Ajayi, something Ajayi, he received 1,000 members of the APC from APC. They had defected from APC to PDP, saying, and they had a very simple reason: they are hungry. Huh? They said because of hunger and anger that they have been suffering in the land, they are now defecting to PDP. And so Ajayi received them with open arms, saying we shall alleviate your hunger.
So are there bans in the PDP?
The APC
food bans
said that they are political jobbers who underwent dress rehearsal to please their paymasters.
Okay. Wow. So I have a story quickly. Suspect Rahman Akande, arrested in connection with the death of a commercial sex worker in the Ifo area of Ogun State, narrated how he and two others allegedly killed the victim for ritual purposes. So in his confession, a video that he made at the police station, he said that he participated in the killing of the commercial worker after one person who identified himself as Ifa promised him a reward of 100,000 naira, was able to bring somebody to be used for rituals. So there's this commercial sex worker that he patronizes from time to time. He usually will pay her 1,000 naira. But on this occasion, he promised her 3,000 naira. So she came over, and then with the help of another person called Ijebu, they slaughtered this poor woman. Her head. Yes, with a wood. And then they slaughtered her, and they continued with their ritual purposes. So they've been picked up. Investigations are ongoing.
It's just chop him up too. Yeah. Period. Simple. Case closed. Vanguard. Cholera FG shopping for emergency vaccine. Protesters want declaration of emergency in Rivers. Osun Monarch, 4 others docked for alleged arson and robbery. Insecurity, 2,600 killed. 50 communities record 135 attacks in Benue, Amnesty International says. From pen to profit, FG reaffirms commitment to free press. Edo Guba Ojezua loses bid to disqualify Igodalo. Okay, which story?
Let me take the vaccine cholera. Federal government is shopping for emergency cholera vaccine. So they say in the wake of cholera outbreak in the country, the federal government yesterday has initiated dialogue with Gavi, that's Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization, to obtain emergency supplies of oral cholera vaccine, OCV, as we are battling a global shortage of this particular vaccine. They're saying that the DG of NCDC and Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare are those who are leading these conversations. As we know, yesterday NCDC had announced that there has been an increase in the death toll. That's so scary. And the spread of the disease is across 32 states, 115 local government areas in the country right now. So they're also saying that Nigeria uses 3 World Health Organization pre-qualified oral cholera vaccine, and that 2 doses of any of these 3 vaccines are required for full protection and administered only to persons and groups at high risk, such as travelers to areas with active cholera transmission or people living in areas experiencing outbreaks. So that's why they're talking to Gavi, because Gavi helps with access to low-income countries like ours, to access vaccines.
Okay, so the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Idris Mohammed, was speaking at a book launch yesterday where the book was written by Mr. Azu Ichie, and that's the Vice Chairman and Editor of Leadership Newspapers. And the event attracted quite a number of media enthusiasts and journalists. We have like the founder of Vanguard, Pasam Amukakwemu, Chairman of Leadership, Zainab, Maizea, Minister of Aviation, Festus Kiyamu. Quite a number of people were there. And he was speaking and reiterating that the society could only flourish when its media organs are free to report the truth without fear of retribution, and to equally hold those in power accountable. He also described the book as a milestone, urged media practitioners to put ethics in the front row of their reportage and practice, and acknowledge the responsibility that comes with press freedom, which is very key. There's a responsibility that comes with our freedom of expression and association. Okay.
Yes, I have a story. So Amnesty International decrying the ceaseless armed herdsmen attack in Benue State. They are lamenting that between January 2023 and February 2024, over 2,600 persons, mostly children and women, were murdered in over 50 communities. The program manager of AI Nigeria, Barbara Magaji, was the one who raised the concern yesterday in Makadi during a presentation of the research findings on the attacks in Benue State. And he said that they leave hundreds of women and children displaced. Some are wounded, raped, others are kidnapped. And they said 50 rural communities in the state recorded at least 135 attacks, leading to the death of over 2,600 people. And you know how that goes. And it says they are just abandoned, so to speak. So it said Benue State has 23 local government areas, local governments of which 18 have been affected by insecurity and face continuous attacks by armed attackers. Now, these attacks are affecting food security. We know all of that. Livelihood, It's affecting the communities. Farmers are displaced. They're not able to go to their farms. And, you know, that is also reflecting on how we see everything very expensive at the moment. And they're saying that these people need to have a form of succor. The government needs to wade into this and help them. So those people that are displaced need to have a home to, you know, stay. They need to be refreshed. Their minds need to be re-engaged. And those are some of the things that they are highlighting. Okay, Nigerian Tribune, moving on.
I'm just going to take this very small. In Port Harcourt, the governor has said that they failed the attempt to detonate the explosive was to bomb the Hotel Presidential so that a state of emergency can be declared in Rivers State. They've caught the guy. He was in hospital. I think he blasted his arm off. It exploded, but he didn't manage to throw it or something. So they are saying they're just trying to declare a state of emergency in Port Harcourt, in Rivers State.
Nigerian Tribune, very quickly. Explosion aimed to justify call for emergency rule in Rivers State for Bara. Nigeria plagued by influx of substandard imported products, says SOA, and that's Standard Organization of Nigeria. Kenyan President Ruto bows to pressure, withdraws tax hikes after deadly protest. And let's see, another story. Tinubu has approved international status for Ibadan Airport. Any story there? Very quickly.
Influx of substandard imported products. SON is saying that, like other countries across the globe, were plagued with the influx of substandard goods, and that, you know, just like corruption, it cannot be completely eradicated, but it can be reduced to its barest minimum. And, you know, this was during a general sensitization of what they call the PAM scheme, PAM. He tried to explain that this is a sticker that has 21 security features on it, and that it's been practiced in Kenya, Egypt, Uganda for over 10 years, and this will help to curb the influx of substandard products. So this particular sticker puts almost the responsibility on consumers, so you don't create a market for these substandard products that come in. So you're able to stop them, you know, in their tracks. And there are other products as well that SON has introduced that they talked about.
Okay, so let's just an update on Kenya. So the Kenyan President, William Ruto, on Wednesday withdrew the tax hikes, bowing to pressure from the protesters who had laid siege on the parliament. They had threatened, there was serious demonstration that took place. Many of us saw the videos online where they actually sacked all the lawmakers and destroyed quite a number of buildings. Said the move will be seen as a major victory for the weak-hold for protest movement that grew from online condemnation of the tax increase to demanding political overhaul. So now, even though he has withdrew the tax increase, the protesters are now asking that he resigns. So they're saying that they're still going to go ahead with their protest for Thursday. They want to see that they've reiterated their demands that he has to resign. Ruto announced that he will not resign, will not sign the financial bill, including the tax increases, a day after the violent clashes between the police and protesters really left the nation in serious disarray.
23 people died.
Many people have tried to compare that protest to Ensa, saying that it was really, probably the first time in his presidency to experience that kind of total shutdown of law and order in the state. Some of the videos were really, really disheartening. Yeah,
I took the story of Ikuforiji, who says that he suffered unnecessarily for the period that was, and what was his offense? He said that a faceless petitioner wrote that he embezzled 500 million naira monthly, which over 14 months, and it became 7 billion. And that he didn't put his name, he didn't put his phone number. EFCC invited him, he went, he said he was going for Umrah. And when he came back, when he went there, he got there on a Friday, they detained him, and 12 years of pain and stress, but he's happy that this is his second birthday that he has been found, he has been vindicated.
Yeah. That's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, move on to our hot topic of today. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So, Monday, was it Monday? Lagos down, no, it's Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
January 25th. June 25th. My case is because of you. Party.
You didn't even get grabber. You better use it.
See,
party you
you
see,
yeah.
I just want to say to viewers, you see, God is a wonderful God.
Yes.
Because this girl, we always be saying, he's saying, what does she call it?
Yeah.
Old age. He's going to call.
Meanwhile,
what did I say?
she said January instead of June.
Can you imagine?
She said Monday instead of Tuesday.
Wednesday.
So this whole week, the three of you have been ganging up. In fact, yesterday was Nima or somebody that ganged up against me. Now you like, okay, this gang up spirit. Okay, we love you. God will vindicate me. All right, so on Tuesday, June 25th.
The way God vindicated me, Abby.
Yes. June 25th, Lagos State was shut down. In fact, Nigeria shut down because of a couple who were getting married on Tuesday. And there's so many layers to this wedding. We talked about it. There were online attendees, there were physical attendees, there were global attendees. There were so many people there, even in and around the venue, those who couldn't get inside. You know, so it was Davido and Chioma's wedding on Tuesday. And as excited and happy as many Nigerians were, some went really so excited about it because of all the issues that happened before it got to the point of marriage. But today we're going to try to dissect all the various levels, the pre, the during, and even the after of the wedding of Davido and Chioma. They call it Chivido 2024.
Chivido 2024.
So we're going to be breaking that down, and you can call us on 081 0764 1679 090 241 63440. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. Let's start with the pre. I don't know if you guys we need to start with the pre. Pre meaning that all the things that happened. Yes, I think they started dating 2013 or so, and a lot had happened. And she got pregnant for him. They were together. They broke up, came back together. Then he cheated on her several times, and then people expected that she would walk away from that, but she didn't. She came back to him, and then even after they came back together, they lost a child together, and then he left music for about a year just to mourn, and then by the time he comes back, he's talking about marriage, getting married, and, you know, sealing their bond, and many felt that it was even, they felt uncomfortable with what Chioma coming back to him, what it meant for the young girl out there. That's one. Others said, you know, it was a compensation for all that she's been through. What are your thoughts on all that happened? Do you think it was a union that should have happened, or maybe things should have been reconsidered, considering all the circumstances surrounding it?
What's with the silence? Yeah, no problem. So first of all, I think we just talk about the fact that I watched a lot of the clips that was online. I thought it was a beautiful event. Yeah. It showcased our culture in such a way internationally that made me feel proud. Because I'm the sort of person that watch all the Oyinbo Hollywood things. So I was happy to say, see us too, we are right there. You know. But, you know, concerning all the story, where they're coming from, and so I would just say that this is why we say that marriage is really about your choice. You know, you can advise all you want to advise. You can have any opinion you want to have. In the end, these two adults made a decision for their lives, for better, for worse, and they are going to stick by it for better, for worse. Everything else is just opinion and, you know. Personally, I may have my own reservations because I feel that, over the years, she has not been treated well. But we saw the wedding. He looked like he really loves his wife. You know, he was all over her, quite excited, happy for the, you know, for the event. And I'm saying, I hope this carries into the into the marriage proper. But when you look at it, there's a reason why she's there, in spite of everything, you know. And that's why people say that everybody has what is their deal breakers. So obviously for her, these may not have been her deal breakers. And that's the thing also about love. It's hard for you to understand it completely if you're on the outside. You know, no matter what it is that I have been through, or no matter what we feel this person has done to her, she can see beyond it and love him and decide to be his wife and be married to him. And he also, who knows, maybe this is in his own way of saying, I want to assure you going forward that you will be respected, you will be loved beyond anything. And finally, what I saw was also a girl looking at the boy and saying, yes, this is who you are. These are your strengths and these are your flaws, and this is what I'm going to stick to. But for the rest of us, we will just give our opinion and our choices. These people have made a decision for better, for worse.
You see, let me come to you, because there's a post I read. I said that it's amazing how all these religious Nigerians were all celebrating and getting excited. But forgetting that this man is a serial cheat, and this man has had baby mamas, and then even the girl was a girl that had a child out of wedlock. It's not the Nigerian story of go to school, graduate, get a job, meet a guy. You know, that perfect story we kind of raise our girls to. And yet, everybody's celebrating. So are we being hypocritical? It's like one second you're celebrating this and you condemn it. Somebody said it was a church member that did this. The whole church will condemn her. That how can you? You know, they will ostracize her. Even the boy will be ostracized. So why are we being so hypocritical, do you think?
Yeah, because I know that society plays different when it comes to the rich. From time immemorial, even from the scriptures that were written. There's always this, they make like the rules for the general people, but when you cross from being the general person to a wealthy person, the rules sort of change for you, and it plays out in every sphere of life, right? And that's what we see playing out. So we on the other side can see that, say, hey, but if it was this person, if it was that person, Akani and Adero, the same. All hands are not equal, and that's what we see play out. But for me, I'm beginning to realize that sometimes we assume that everybody will follow the straight path. The life is black and white, and we forget that there are a lot of grays in between. There are a lot of mixed colors in between, and everybody's path is not that straight cut out trajectory where we say you do this from this step, then you move to the next step, and you move to the next step before you get to that point. And for some people, their movement starts from the back. For others, it starts from the middle. And that's what we see. So I would not say that it's not a perfect story, because it is perfect in itself. Life itself is not perfect, but we were made perfectly in the imperfections. So the idea for every woman is that your child graduates from school, gets a respectable man, you know, doesn't have a child out of wedlock, blah, blah, blah. That's the idea. And that's what we have created to see as, okay, this is the perfect, right? But even in that life, we have seen people who had to go through the other ways because they didn't get that perfection, either by choice or by mistake or whatever it is. But then at the end of the day, they get to their goal and they get to their path.
We want that
and they
for
get
our
to
child.
Their, it's not about what I want for my child.
Because people are saying, oh, would you want that for your child?
Wait. It's not about what I want for my child. It's about my child's overall happiness. And because I do not have the blueprint of my child, I don't know which one they will take. I can only hope and pray that at the end of the day, you see the purpose for which you were born, you will get there. How you are going to get there, I don't know. Let me give you a quick example. You know when Joseph in the Bible was having all of those dreams and was seeing his father and his mother bowing to him, and it seemed like, okay, that's how it was going to go. He did not get the process. He did not see the process of that bowing in the dream. He saw the end goal. And then when the process came, it was painful one. He was sold. He was put in prison. You know, all the things that he had to go through. But he got to the end. So the prayer is that whatever these young people have to go through, do they get to the end of their purpose? And if you have this mindset, it also reduces how you judge your children, because they will make mistakes. It will happen. You say if you made mistakes and somehow God found a way of covered. Yes. And then we didn't have social media to expose all of us with bad things that we did, you know. So at the end of the day, are they happy? What I saw in that video, the marriage, the clips that I saw, because I was working. We didn't have time to sit down and attend the wedding. We're reading scripts back and forth, shooting and all of that. But if you, sometimes when you're on a break, you can quickly look at, I saw some, and I saw the joy in both of their faces. I did not see it in one and not the other. They were both at their level. They were both happy. And we can only wish them the best. But saying whether it's perfect or not perfect, we are flawed by design.
Okay, let me come to you. What are your thoughts? I mean, the whole drama that happened, do you think, we'll come to the wedding in a second, but the whole thing that happened, do you think that, what do you think, what do you make of it?
I think that, well, you see, I didn't really watch it. I saw a few clips online, but I didn't really watch it. But what I saw, he really likes her. He he has decided to, he loves her, and obviously she loves him for her to still be there.
Yeah.
You know, so, and for me,
That's it.
That's it. That's it. And look, the best thing of all, he has the money. Omo.
Yeah.
Hey! If Nani be herself. Come on.
Let's talk about the money here.
Let us, I mean, when your friends, we give her how much, Benz will just appear, Porsche will just, she will all melt. All of us here, like, we will not melt.
Let's talk about the money for a second.
We're all melted.
We all melt.
Melted.
Let's talk about the money for a second, because people are saying that, the reason why she went back to him or took him back is because of this money. And others will say, well, this girl went to Babcock University. Her parents are not poor because it's a private university in Nigeria. I mean, that is the same school that he went to. So obviously she's not from a extremely poor background where her family cannot fend for themselves. So why would you say she's there for the money? But do you think money played a part? Let me come back to you, YK, in this whole thing, because people, I mean, it's possible. Why? No, let me rephrase my question. Yeah. Why is it difficult for people to believe that she actually truly loved the man? Why is it so convenient to assume it's because of the money?
I don't think she didn't love him. I think she loves him.
I'm talking about general perception.
Well, I don't. Well, everybody has their opinion. So people can say it's because of money. People can say.
Once you have money, everything is because of money.
Yeah. You know, but obviously, there was something that attracted her to him in the first place, and obviously there are things that annoyed her about him. Yeah. So they broke up many times. Yeah. And she broke up, and they would unfollow themselves from what I heard. You know, so there was that chemistry between them.
Yeah. Yes.
The money just made it all the much better.
Yeah. So,
I like it.
See, money makes things extra glittery, extra beautiful. That's something that money does. There's some sins that money will can cover that. There's some things that money just enhances. So money is an enhancer of good things. So whatever is good, money enhances it and makes it even better. So there's something also about money, which is, it can, as I said earlier, cover some sins. So that's why some people will tell you, look beyond the money and see who it is that you are planning to live the rest of your life with. Because that money can be a screen. Now, did she marry him because of the money? I'm like, why is that a question? Because I've seen women who have stayed with people who have treated them just the way as we have described Davido treating Chioma, and the person did not have any money. And people stayed back. And people will say, it must be because he can do it in the... You know, we are constantly finding a reason for why people make decisions. And sometimes it's just because this is their choice. You know, it's like we're wanting to excuse them, like, oh, if not for the money, she may not have. The money is confusing her. Or he's so good in the other room, that's why she can't leave him. In the end, it's just that they just love this person and they want to be with this person. But are we going to say we don't see the money? Of course, we all see the money and we all see the good that money can bring. And we're just saying, at least for most people, I think, is I hope that you know him beyond the money and you're willing to stay with him. And then enjoy the money as it comes with it.
I just wanted to say something, you know, because a lot of people never understood my mom. And my father did not have money.
Good example.
My mom stayed with my father through thick and thin. And when I say thick and thin, he was very thin. Because
the thin was bigger than the thick.
The women that were flaunted in front of her, up to the point where he married 27 wives. I remember her being very livid, but she didn't leave him. And even, she never divorced him right up to she died. She stopped, other room business, but she stayed faithful. She never had another boyfriend. In fact, we used to be, mommy, fine, babe. She would not even answer us. We are just talking on. She said, there's only one man for me, and that man is fella.
Okay, but I want to stay on that for a second. I want to stay on that for a second, because that's my worry. People don't believe that happens anymore. Because a few people around me just feel like, they're saying that it has to be the money, because they are trying to define it. They kept insisting, because they don't believe true love exists ever again. It's like, there's no way you stay with somebody that cheats on you. There's no way you stay with somebody that does this to you. This is impossible in the minds of the average person out there. So it has to be because of either the other room or it has to be because of something. So it's so difficult today for us to believe that kind of love that your mother had still exists.
So your belief or your not belief has nothing on them. Even if it's because of money, it is her choice. It's okay to be because of money. People make decisions based off of whatever they want to place it on. You may ask her and she says it's love. You may ask another person and the person says it's money. There's no problem in that. So who made it a law or who made it a sin that you cannot marry for money? Back in the day when we're having marriage transactions and arrangements, it was because of political class, it was because of wealth, it was because of protection, it was because of territorial integrity. People had reasons of getting into marriage, and it's okay. As long as you can chest your reason, own your reason, and you have nothing to defend yourself about, nothing. It's my choice. I want to stay here, whether they are popoing me or not. I'm the one that has chosen to stay here. The problem is where you are now, you're not able to own your choice, and you're looking for people to blame. And that's where people's imputes now get into the place. If you can own it, I chose this life because I don't want, I had a friend when we were back in school, and she always said she will marry a very wealthy person. In fact, if you come and toast her, you don't have a car, nothing for you. We could not kill her. That was her choice. Some of us decided to follow students. Thank God it worked out. Others decided to follow workers. Thank God it worked out. Sometimes it doesn't work out. There are people who followed students, like I did, who it didn't work out for. And they were not there for the money, they were there for love. And it still didn't work out. Whatever reason you have picked, it may work out, it may not work out. There are no guarantees in life. So I think we should just allow people to be themselves and enjoy what it is they want. See, Auntie, if it's money that you were following, Auntie, chop that money very well. I can give you tips on how to spend it.
All right, now let's come to the wedding. So that
I can assure you she does. She's been there long enough.
See her now.
So, I mean, the glow was just out of this world. I mean, I've seen Chioma, follow her on the social media. So I know Chioma, but that
I like
glow,
the way she says.
that glow on that, I'm like, what happened to you? Like,
it's a wedding.
Oh my goodness.
If you don't glow on your wedding, you can never glow again.
Like, a wedding. She was just blossoming. Anyway, so let's come to that
People
day.
glow after the wedding.
Let's come to the day of the wedding. All the things that happened. I don't know where you want to start from, Mariam. There's so many angles to start from. Should we, I mean, like...
You want us to start with the fashion? You want us to start with the families?
Yeah, let's start with the families. Because one of the, I think Nima mentioned this yesterday also, that one of the downsides for her was the fact that we didn't see enough of the wife's family. You know, the Davido, the Adeleke family somewhat drowned. That's on the blogs. So hoping that the family pictures hopefully should have them. But we didn't see much of them because the mother was so gorgeous. I mean, this one deserved some airtime on the blog. She deserved some visibility. She was beautiful. So that also part, people felt that we didn't see enough of her family. And the issue of should the wedding have happened in Lagos versus her hometown, all that too was it.
Okay, about seeing more of her family. So first of all, I think a lot of us need to calm down. The marriage the reason we know of this marriage and know of these people is because of the popularity of Davido. In fact, I didn't even know of the Adeleke family until Davido. So some people knew, you know, they've been wealthy, yes, but the fame and popularity came on the back of Davido's career, music career. So, of course, you know that when it comes to fame and when it comes to following and the videos and the pictures, it will highlight Davido. It will also highlight his family because there's something that being wealthy brings to you a lot of people. Now, if you are watching the videos from maybe Chioma's family, people and her whatever, you will see more of her family. You know, what you are seeing is the marketing angle of this. The people that are carrying their phones want you to watch even more of what they are posting. And the person that you know, in America, when they are watching, you think they are looking for Chioma's mom, they're looking for Davido and Davido's dad. You know, that was just the marketing part. But in the real sense of it, the families know those who are important. So definitely there will be pictures and videos depending on who it is that you're watching. And I feel that a lot of us, we tend to do that too much. And if you were not at the event, did you see them being sidelined at the event? If you were at the event, you would have seen them sitting, you know, in places of honor, just like the Adeleke family. They came out to dance with the children and given the same respect. But if you're looking through the different lens, then that's on you. It's not on how they were, you know, treated. Concerning where they did I don't know, but I heard recently there's a cultural thing But I know of people who live in Japan. They don't come back to the East to have their weddings. Why should it be specifically her own wedding? You know, people travel all over the world. They live in different places. And did they give the respect and honor to the father and her parents, you know, as they were supposed to? If they did that, then I think it's fine. I think sometimes because we have so much to talk about, we just keep digging for other things that not working.
I was just going to first of all ask, because I noticed I think it's the bride's family that wore yellow, and Mariah wore yellow. That day. Did you know?
I didn't know. Did
you wear yellow?
I've seen some videos.
Okay, I saw gold.
It was gold. I think it was gold.
Yeah.
But she's in the spirit.
No, I really in the spirit.
So let me come to you.
Yes. So I don't like how we compare. That's one problem that we have as a people. There's nothing wrong in one family being more silent than the other. They are all happy on that day. Everybody will not shine at the same level, and it's okay. So is that comparison of we did not see much of, you cannot see much of, because they are not there to outshine their daughter. They are there to give their daughter out and be happy with her. So whether you carry, and I like your analysis, because the people who are putting the cameras are looking for those people that will drive you to their, now markets that they said, drive you to their blogs. So whether even they are not looking for, and those people are very silent people, are we supposed to crucify them for that? She came from a very quiet family. Yes, you can tell from the mother's demeanor and all of them. They're not loud people. So we don't expect to pick up another personality. Maybe they'll carry BC's personality that day so that people will see them. No, it doesn't work that way. So we can try as much as possible to avoid that comparison. And that's what drives a lot of people to doing what they are not supposed to, so that people will now see me, that I cannot come and hide myself, and then you go overboard. Now, secondly, the other issue about tradition. I know that culturally, when you're coming to marry somebody, you come to the father's house. Now, the father's house can be anywhere. Nobody says we must go back to the village. If they did not grow up in the village, they've never been to the village. But the father's house could be in Lagos, it could be in Japan, it could be in China, wherever it is, but it will be done from the father's house. But I heard that they had paid the dowry, right, before that day. That one was just the celebration. Okay. Now, that celebration can be done anywhere. The dowry payment was done in the father's house, and that is what the culture holds. I remember in my own time, because we had to split the different occasions because of the differences. My father stays in Delta State. My mom stays in Lagos, and my in-laws stay in Lagos, right? So my dowry was paid in Delta State. That was now what we did as the traditional marriage in Delta State. And my father told me, Papa and Plain, I'm not coming to Lagos for your wedding. I have given you out in marriage. I've collected the bride price. Any other celebrations you want to do, I am not doing. He told me he was not coming. So by the time we did the wedding, of course, when he's not coming, where will I do it? I had to be in my in-laws' place. Right? And then you say it's not cultural. No, there are certain things that once you do the traditional rites, the celebration is for the people. The family have been settled. They have given out their
I don't think the Southeast culture was quite highlighted more than usual, which I really thought was really important. I like, because I think it was also in honor on the fact that we should be doing this in the East too, or we should be doing this because we're coming to come and get a wife from this state. So that state was well represented at that event. It was like, we are coming here to pick a girl from the Southeast. We're bringing her home. So I like the fact that the Igbo culture was very highlighted and amplified in that celebration.
Because recently, Made married an Igbo girl.
Exactly.
And we didn't go to the East.
The family stayed here.
The dowry was paid. His family her family stays in Lagos.
Okay.
So what he did was, because we had to do introduction where we went, first of all, just the family. Nobody would know. And he said the dowry he will take by himself to the East. Which
we know this.
Oh, really? Yes. So he went to the East?
No.
Not Made, the father.
Okay, to the family in the East.
To the family in the East.
Nice.
That is allowed in the culture.
Nice.
So
Nigeria, we know this. Now, we just want to argue.
I was saying, let's do it at the shrine. But they were not having any of that.
Okay.
So it was a venue of their choice.
Yes, okay.
So you don't have to go. Right. I don't think from experience you don't have to go to the East. You can stay here, but the family, it was an Igbo wedding. No, there was
usually there's the bride, where the bride is from. That's really the bride's
everything
wedding.
we did was geared towards their tradition, not
Less of hours.
Much less of hours.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter, I think, where you do it. And I mean, I've seen pictures that they're showing now online, and I think she looks so beautiful.
Oh, let me, she
looks
would have felt the beauty when you're seeing it live. You will enjoy the beauty. And let's connect.
Auntie was not live. You were on the phone like the rest of us.
Mama, you were supposed to be walking.
I don't understand.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing all the angles from the Davido and Chioma's when that's Chivido 2024. There's also the angle of Yoruba men and Igbo women.
I'm happy you went there.
Because it's online now. Listen, if a Yoruba man wants to marry correct, go and find a Southeast correct yellow, purple, fine babe.
That has to be
I'm
Chioma
just saying, that is what I'm talking about. What the online community is saying.
okay.
No, I'm the aunties. I'm the in-law from the online.
Yes, yes.
I'm
Tell us,
speaking
what
from
are they
online.
saying?
So they are saying this farm, because now we have Made Kuti. Let's go and find a babe.
Igbo Adamma.
Yeah, probably from the Southeast.
And they said that their child is going to be Chinedu.
Chinedu Kuti.
I like that.
Isn't that a nice combination?
It is.
You know, and then we have the Adeleke going to the Southeast, to Imo State, to go and find Omalechanwa to come and marry. So this Yoruba men and Igbo dynamics, because a lot of Yoruba men are saying, you know what, maybe we should start looking for the Southeast. And Yoruba girls are wondering...
So where the Hausa men are marrying the Yoruba girls, so that's why. Hausa men are marrying the Yoruba girls.
Really?
Oh, yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, what's his name? I mean, there's quite a few popular weddings that happen. It was Yoruba guys with Hausa girls, Northern girls. So
let's sending all that Yoruba girls to the north.
So what I'm going to say is, you know, I'm happy you went there because I was saying politically, Yoruba and Igbo, we see people on Twitter jabbing each other back and forth, back and forth. Someone said that, but every Saturday, a Yoruba man is marrying an Igbo girl. What is this fight really about, you know? Or you're sharing, you're sharing grandchildren. What is it? So I'm happy, really, also for us as a country, that whether we like it or not, however we think, I'm Igbo, I'm Yoruba, I'm Hausa, I'm this, in the end, you have children that are half of everyone. So we're Nigerians, whether we like it or not, and we're Nigerians for a very long time. So for me, I like that also that was highlighted, that inter-ethnic marriage, because it shows that, you know, we're going somewhere. So this one Nigeria that we're talking about is not just by mouth. We're already doing it, you know, individually, and I like that.
It has always been, actually. I am Obiajulu Olabisi Ubo. You would know how that played out.
Yes.
My father married... Okay, he actually married different. So Wazobia, he married Yoruba. The first was Yoruba, my mom. Then he went to Igbo, and then he went to Hausa.
He done Hausa?
Yes.
The man's, that's been around.
Then he now went to Middle Belt, and like he's scattered on the back.
I need to meet your dad, though, please.
So he tells us his fear that
I need to meet your father.
Call him Wazobia. You know? So it has always happened, you know, but I think back in the day, it was in little scales, right? And also we didn't have social media to highlight some of these things to everybody. But I knew that one of the issues we had in marriages was more intertribal marriage at the time, because then the person comes in and not able to speak the language and not able to converse. And sometimes the marriages works, other times the marriages don't work. But I know that Yoruba and Igbo, they've always had this dynamic of marrying with each other. And so I don't see them as separate from each other. It's something that we should embrace. And now that we are looking at how we can all learn all the languages together, it's also amazing to, you are busy. I love to confuse people. Like, you are busy and you're speaking Igbo. How is that possible? Like, I'm mixed. I'm mixed.
But you know, I have cast. You know, when I was watching, I have a caller, Francis from Uyo. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, people are complaining. There's one complaint that I want to complain. So they will join this on the online. Davido did not invite his grandmother's people from Akwete. His grandmother's people from Akwete. It came in Abia State. So this is me speaking on behalf of his grandmother's people, so that the online bloggers that carry this, they carry this one.
Okay.
You know, when people begin to speak about things, you know, poverty has a way of shaping people's mentality.
Okay.
You know, poverty will make somebody to tell you that chicken and chips will not fool you. It's not because it will not fool you, it's because you don't have the money. So whatever these guys have done yesterday, kudos to them. They are able to afford it. They're able to do what they want to do. I keep telling people, have money so that you can fix your wedding on Tuesday or Wednesday, not on Saturday. You know, this is just what it is. Congratulations to them. Whether it is because of money she's in love with him, that is her business. He should also know there is something that is also making him love her. That thing that is making him go for her. She has what is making her go for him. So both of them have that together. Now, finally,
equation balance.
Doing the marriage in Lagos, I will also say it's about their choice. It is their choice. There is nowhere it's written anywhere that you must do this. But if you ask me, I believe why it was not done in the East, I think it's insecurity. Davido has a lot of security to guide him, but other people may not have. So let's take it that is the reason. Otherwise, but the first one I said, please. Davido
Thank you very much, Francis. I wanted to.
Yeah, I was just no, he's saying that, but whoever he really meant, I'm like, is he asking because he was there and noticed they were not there? Because there were so many people there. And if the blogs or cameras did not put it on those people, you may think that some people were not there. So, and if it's his grandmother, we have not heard that they have any issues. Could it be that the grandmother's family too say, you people can't have this, your Lagos fund? We are here. We are from family. We know how it works. I'm like, well, we are here. Look, all these children and their loudness. Go.
So as an online guest, let me, as an online guest, I was watching. Don't worry me now. As an online guest, you know, and as an online Yoruba guest, let me say it this way. Because I was watching and I was enjoying the display of the culture, the Igbo culture, because I must tell myself the truth, I have never attended an Igbo wedding properly. I mean, I've not. So I was really excited to see all the, and I mean, I see it on TV, movies, but I've never attended, but this one I attended virtually. Anyways, but I got really excited when they wore their Yoruba their outfit, and I saw Sonia Ade. Was it Sonia Ade? I think it was Sonia Ade when they started going. So I thought, oh yeah, no, we're bringing her to dance, you know, our own dance and everything. And I loved the mixture. So there was Igbo music and there was Yoruba music, and it was that fusion that really made me remind ourselves that we are really one. We pretend like we're not. Politically, they make us feel as if we're divided. But the truth is that we are one. We really, as human beings, we love and respect each other. But when they now bring out the political angles, this person, that person, and there are people amongst us that feel these things. And we must use days like this to remind ourselves there's nothing wrong in you being Yoruba. There's nothing wrong in you being Igbo. It's respecting your cultures, but yet understanding, accepting the differences and still pick one. So, I mean, for me, it was so many layers to that one, and I was really excited about all the various colors and how he dressed. I mean, I love the way he dressed predominantly from the southeast. I thought that was really important.
He was
Nigerian. Let us say what it is. He dressed now.
Yeah,
he only drew one agbada. Just one. I think it was 2 or 3 outfits on the south, which was fine.
And both pictures he was wearing agbada, so.
No, he had southeastern whatever. So let me tell you what I love about this thing. So I've watched the royal family and all their weddings. It did not reach this one. Just felt so proud. Like, yes, this is our own royal wedding as well. The fashion was amazing. Our designers are not playing. See how the dressing, there's something that comes, I feel, when we dress in our own traditional attire. There's just this, I'm looking for the best word. You look so, people look so regal, you know, so important. I just thought, you know, she looks so beautiful. Like, there's no American or British or European designer that would have been able to do that. And we look beautiful. And so what I'm seeing now is, because a few people were asking, oh, will there be a white wedding? But I'm waiting for the time where we don't need to do a white wedding.
Exactly.
Like, if you just carry this, our culture, they're so beautiful. Just before their wedding, there was another Edo wedding that had happened. Oh, God. beautiful in the Edo attire. I'm like, nothing in this world compares to the beauty of our fashion and our culture. Yeah. And I'm happy that, you know, I'm part of it right now in our time. There used to be a time that when you dress like that, you were the local bush person. But now look at us now. And we both are looking at it and wondering, wow, they look
Black
so
women
royal.
especially look much more beautiful when they wear the gele and the traditional. I will, you know, I will take traditional over all this your wigs that you wear anytime.
Let's not move this.
We should go
stay
there.
on Chivido 24.
There's
another angle also.
I will take you there.
I
will take you there because there is something about African traditional dressing that makes the African woman blossom and look beautiful. Yeah. More beautiful than when she wears the Oyibo wig.
Probably.
Let's talk about the...
If you like, go online tomorrow and say, YK said this, you.
I'm your friend, though.
Let's talk about this. My favorite part of any party is always the spraying. And I know it's illegal. I love the spraying.
And the food.
Food, yeah, of course, food is important. But I love the part of come and spray. And Ebuka will say, guys, you cannot spray Naira here. Even the Kubiana chief priest said, don't, please, don't. I beg you, please, don't spray. Don't spray Naira. Don't spray Naira here. Because but they let the dollar reign.
That's part of his...
So he has...
what do you call it?
I think
play bagging.
No, that's how it's part of... So he's scared
to make sure nobody does that.
So the Naira was not sprayed at the party, but some people probably gave Naira and they handed it over in bundles. Yeah. But what are your thoughts on this? Because, I mean, as much as we are all loving the whole fact that they didn't spray the Naira and they only sprayed dollar, but is that economically wise for us to feel that we can be sprayed? Because me now, someone like me, I used to say I have to go and change my Naira to dollar for me to enjoy spray.
You don't have to do anything.
Me, I want to.
But also, I noticed something, like they were spraying into a container as well.
Yes.
Wasn't that...
but then later I also noticed that there was money on the floor. So I don't know what happened, but it seemed like they were spraying into a container.
Yeah, there was like a capsule there.
There was a box.
They were just...
What are your thoughts on spraying dollar? Should that be permissible? Because that can actually cause a strain on our economy and on our Naira, because people start changing. That would even worsen.
The rich or the poor, how many money do you have?
How many of us are going to change to? How many dollars are going to change our money?
I had planned to spray 50K. I now change it. That's how many US.
Divided by 1,500.
Maybe $3.
50K not even reach. Thank you. Is it that what I want? So how many? See, these things are... The rules are the rules. But the people that have the money, it doesn't pinch them to remove small, you know, can do what they want to do. Don't put yourself in that position. How many people, in our, if you look at hierarchy, how many people can afford to spray USD?
$33.
So $33. Do you know that? $33 to come and
that's 33. No,
I don't have
33
to spray.
is 33 times 1, 2.
No, nobody's spending less than $100.
So you know
there's something.
$100. Which kind of $100?
That's not good for economy.
Okay.
How are you spending $100?
Okay. Economy, very important, but also I was talking to a few young people and I was checking mindsets. I said, does this put you under any pressure to want to replicate or replicate what has just been done? And I hope that Nigerians are not thinking we're going to replicate or I'll do that. No, but the thing is, there's a young girl or a young man sitting in his house and saying, I'm not going to get married until I'm able to replicate this. No, this is not the norm. These are the sort of things that happen once in a while. Yes, please. Don't think,
you're not earning dollars.
And it's because they have it. It does not mean that your wedding will be less exciting or less beautiful because you don't have that. That's just one of the things that they have. There's so many things that make a wedding exciting. So spraying of dollars, I think economically too, does not speak well for, especially where we are today. Where, of course, that means we're withdrawing a lot of foreign currency.
Yes. Let me take this call from Stephen calling from Abuja. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is YourView. Yes. Happy to be here. Thanks for picking my call after.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
So we're talking about Davido, and I'm talking about this is about Igbo synergy and whatever. But we...
Oh, yikes. Stephen, I really wanted to hear that. Let's go on a short break because you've never answered my question. Are you saying that we shouldn't So someone like me now, I want to go to a party. Is it right? So should EFCC raise a flag saying that we shouldn't spray dollars? Or should they just leave us to dollars?
Excuse me. If you want to spray $33 at a party, that is...
I have to get $1.
You see that kind of Davido's party? All of us at this table, they won't invite us.
We were not invited. Not that they won't. We were not invited.
Because they know that we can...
Where are we going to get
Which dollar am I going to spray? I mean, I've not been sitting now eating and drinking.
And I don't have to spray.
You cannot be invited. Everybody wear your shoe.
Yes,
you know that they're invited. They are wearing the shoe of dollar.
Yes. We know there's some people that didn't get an... I spoke to one person. The person did not get an invite. The person was calling me, hoping that I had an invite that I can share. They're calling around, though. Then I now saw the person at the party. I said, hey.
How did you get it?
In my mind, I just said, let me just keep my mouth shut. Because some people were hustling. And I'm like,
so when you hustle and enter, then what?
They just go and just take a picture. I was there. No, I was there.
Okay, and
so
then
it goes back to the mentality of, we feel that it's a stamp of importance to say, I was at Davido 2024. Let's go to the shop. When we come back, we'll talk about that angle. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks. So we're talking about the stamp of importance or stamp of clout that people felt that they would get by just being at that party. And saying that I was talking about the fact that I know somebody who was hoping that I had invited. I said, me, jejely, a RCC girl like me, I don't know anything like that. So, she said I should help her find. But eventually I saw this person at the party and I'm thinking, okay, there are people like that because even on social media, there was a clown that was insulting another lady saying that who invited you? And he was trying to make a fuss. And I think it's very dark, some man was accusing somebody else, was saying that, was accusing Iyabo Ojo of not being invited to the party. And now she was now forced to post on her social media evidence of, I was invited.
10 a.m., PM.
So, so I'm just thinking to myself.
Was dark man invited?
He was there. We didn't see the video. He was there. He was invited. He's actually Davido's friend because we've seen him and Davido hang out together. So we see that.
He post his own.
Yes, he was, and I also saw him in the party. No, we were online. I saw him there. I saw when Davido greeted him. So he was invited. So Davido knows Davido, but he was trying to make it look as if Iyabo Ojo was not invited, and so she now had to prove that. Listen, I was invited. I guess she didn't need to, but because she's a social media person, she has to also. But what are your thoughts?
Because I saw the video of the guy talking about it. Yes. I think she needed to. To just prove that this is not an issue. So my pain in that one is that you went for somebody's wedding and you come out of that wedding to start trolling people, to divert attention from the happiness we all should be talking about. It didn't sound sensible to me, right? And no matter how much of a clout we look for, we must be very sensible or sensitive to the times that we are in. It's very important.
That's him.
Then also now that you have gone there.
Oh, very dark man.
Now that you have gone to the wedding and we did not go to the wedding, has your blood turned blue now and my blood is still red? Because we need to place all of these things side by side.
Has it helped you collect money from bank?
Thank you. Have you made money from going there? I know some people are hustlers, right? They are going there to network and have connects for their businesses tomorrow. So I meet this person, I exchange numbers, I take a picture, let me just land this. I meet that person, I exchange numbers, I get pictures and all of that, so that tomorrow I can market my businesses. See, everybody that is going there is not going because they like the popular. They are going for their different reasons. But now that you have gone and other people did not have an opportunity to go, so who makes you think you are more important than the other people who did not have an opportunity to go? So why are we placing so much importance on being called or being invited or being? Davido is a human being.
Yeah. Abi.
Yeah, okay.
They go to toilet like all of us.
I wanted to ask something.
I wanted to ask.
Sorry, Jerry,
You have made me forget, and it was very important.
Oh, you know she's 63 years old now. Whenever she comes, whenever she put her hands up, just allow her.
Yeah,
because she'll forget.
So I was good.
And it's a very important question I wanted
Don't worry,
to ask.
you come.
I remember.
Okay, good.
Are you sure?
If Bobrisky was in jail, do you think he wasn't in jail? Do you think
He would have
Of
been
course.
Would they have invited
Of
you?
course.
Does he know
He would have been there.
I'm just asking. Since that black man was there, I'm asking if
Bobrisky would have been
Bobrisky would have been there. And he would have been a
So I
showstopper.
was going to say that I did not. I know Iyabo Ojo. I know,
Yeah.
and she's an actress, well-known actress, reality show person. She has her clout.
Yeah.
I don't really know the other man, so that's why I'm saying that maybe she shouldn't have given him the time of day.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have responded to him. But well, social media people use different things to throw jabs at each other. So maybe he finally found something. Because beyond the Davido invitation, who are you? I mean, beyond, if she had not been for that wedding, she's still who she is.
Yes.
She still has her successes. Yeah. She still has her jobs. Who are you? What are you known for? I don't know him.
He's an online guy.
Oh, he's an online guy. So, okay, you have gone for Davido's wedding. Tomorrow, Wizkid does something. Are you there? So the other people that are there for the Wizkid one that were not there for the Davido one, what should they do? You know, Ira Star is doing something. Other people go for that one. Tiwa is doing something. I mean, there are so many people. We have the president. He, you know, does things, and there are people that are there, and you were not there. Does that make you less or more than those that have been there? Yeah. So this is, well, it reminds me of children's play. So that's why I don't know why Iyabo Ojo.
My own is blue, your own is red, my own is blue is better.
Why she engaged him?
Like are we in secondary school? Yeah. So let's talk about the royalties, the dignitaries that were there. Governor Sanwo-Olu was there. Okay. Governor Dapo Abiodun was there. I heard that Obaseki was there. I'm not sure.
Yes,
yeah, he was there.
I don't see governor.
Nedosi was there.
The picture.
And a few other, and the Oni of Ife was also there.
Yes.
They even yabbed him too.
Why?
They say you shouldn't have gone there now to be shaking people like.
Okay, I don't know what
as,
he did.
as he's greeting people.
Okay, you are not about Bigni matter. Please calm down.
Hierarchy and Oba. You shouldn't go
that's my Oba any day. That
but
guy.
I also think
the dignity with which he carries himself.
It's very
not
important.
Be here.
Yeah.
Not be here.
But it's good to have a modern king who likes to party. You know, he's more approachable. He's somebody you can actually engage, have a conversation with. Not one king that is always somewhere that nobody knows.
Schools are not as strong as it used to be back in the day. I don't know how that culture, that's your culture, how it's been over the years. But I know that there are some Obas you will not see, like the Oba of Benin, who will not attend any event. If anything has to be done, it has to be brought to the palace. But I don't know.
So I understand why the governors were there.
Yeah.
Obviously.
They were invited.
They were invited.
So
the uncle is a governor.
You know, they will treat you like a
mosquito. So those are his colleagues.
One, they didn't invite you. Two,
they don't know you.
They don't know you. Then you will now go there.
And be doing what?
When
you break plates, you will pay.
You sit down and just be looking. And that's it.
Yeah.
Like really.
But as the Oni, I think what people would have expected is to see the couple go to visit him at his palace. I think if it's of such importance.
To honor him.
Yes, to honor him. And then he gives his blessing. I understand the need for us to want our dignitaries, especially our traditional leaders, to sort of hold themselves back from the usual, drama, razzmatazz, yes. But this particular Oni seems to be out there a lot of the times and to a lot of criticisms. Many Yoruba people don't like the fact that he seems to be almost at every event. Yeah. But maybe there's a new, it's you people that will tell us, maybe there's a new structure, there's a new vibe that's going on.
Wasn't there.
That they are trying to push. I just wish.
Let me take this call. Let's take a few comments on social media. Queen is calling from Abuja. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Thank you so much.
Good
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, now, first and foremost, I want to congratulate the new couple. It's wonderful. I mean, the whole thing has been breaking the internet. We're proud of them.
Yeah.
And I think most importantly, the angle I want to look at it is in the angle of unity. You know, we're in the nation at the time where we need to encourage ourselves with unity. And I think intertribal marriages is one of the ways we can do that. I'm happy that these are people coming from two tribes. And having known themselves for a while, they are comfortable. It's not an issue of, they dabbled into each other. So it's wonderful. We can look beyond it as a nation, even from the entertainment and what it is, and look at it, that there are lessons we can learn from this. And, you know, I remember the last election, people were so much ethnicized, so much, you know, divided. So we should begin to look at this and see how we can learn from it and continue to encourage the unity of Nigeria, which can be achieved most importantly when we encourage marriages like this.
Yeah.
Well done.
Let's talk about the countenance of the couple throughout the, I don't know if you guys, for those of us that watched online, you know, there was a lot of...
Can I ask you this question first? You had work that day.
Look at that day's salary.
Right. Sorry? Wait, you're talking.
How are you doing your work when you are online? That's the only question. You take day off.
No, I was watching. I have a phone
always
stand.
catch up now.
Okay, I have a phone stand in my office. So I'm doing my work, and I can also scroll a few moments going on, and then do my work again, and do my work. So that's what I was doing.
On that work.
There, who knows who's concentrating on who? Anyways, can I go back to the countenance?
Yes.
Because what came across to me when I was watching it, Chioma looked like somebody with so much power inside. I like a woman who is calm, coordinated. She wasn't speaking too much. She was only speaking to who she was speaking to. She wasn't one of those. She was really composed. As opposed to her husband, who seemed to be everywhere, talking, hey, trying to, hey, uncle, hugging, jumping at everybody, trying to, and it just made me realize. I mean, again, I'm reading from outside. I don't know. But we're not giving this woman the kind of credit she deserves, because the power a woman like that is holding is stronger than what we see from outside. Because many people try to judge her as, she's just there because of money, she's thinking that she's the one that is benefiting. Not knowing that she's actually more powerful, emotionally strong. She's a strong glue that is holding this joppy, your guy. She's holding him together, and there's something he's seeing in her that isn't. This is my rock. This is my strength. This is a woman that can hold me. I mean, that's what I read, but I might be reading wrong.
So I feel attacked right now.
Why?
I'm getting very emotional.
Why?
Which like emotional?
They have two different personalities. We have to be very careful so we don't say one personality is better than the other personality. There are people who are vocal, who are outgoing, who are friendly, who are chatty, who are noisy. It's their personality. Yep. And there are people who are calm and collected. It's their personality. No, you cannot be. You're on our side. Calm and collected is their personality. Okay. Now, when we are trying to spotlight or highlight the strength in this one and the disadvantage of the other one, it seems like we are picking that one personality is better than the other personality. We have to calm down.
Hope that's not what I said.
No, I know that's not what you said, but that's how it will come across to everybody who is chatty and playful, and they will think, oh, okay, so I don't have the power. Another person who is calm has the power. They all have their different strengths, right? And the blend is usually what, if you watch marriages, one person would definitely be more outspoken than the other. They are able to, where you are weak, I am strong. Where I'm strong, you are weak. There are places where they will go to, and it's that chatty that they need to get them out of that situation. There are other places they go to, and they need that calm, cool, and collected to take them out of that. What I saw in the whole thing is that that girl knows what she wants. Nobody is telling her what she doesn't want. She's only doing what she wants, and we hope that this is what she wants, and she wants it for a longer time. And tomorrow she may still wake up and not want it anymore. Because I've realized that in life, especially in marriages, from your 20s and 30s, there are certain things you can take. When you start hitting 40 and 50, you see all those, your patience and everything, you don't want to have any of it. So we're hoping that she wants to stay here, and God bless their marriage, that she stays till the end.
What you said,
what if she doesn't? It's also okay.
So what you said is exactly what I said. Maybe I didn't communicate it like that. Okay. What I was trying to say that because you're chatting about it doesn't mean that you're bad. Should not be interpreted as what I'm just saying. You're different. So you're a rock because of what I see. So I'm not saying that.
So I
wanted you to clear like that.
From what Morayo said, and where I want to agree with Morayo is, he is the chatty one, but she's saying that she commands a lot of power.
That's what
I heard that.
In that quiet mood. You see, for her to be able to, Davido has walked up and down. They are well known that he has walked up and down. But the respect that she commands from him will be here.
Yeah.
So there is something, she has inner strength.
Yes.
To marry that kind of man, you will.
Attracted the man to her in the first place. And come on, girl, you go for it.
Yeah. So I also got what you were trying to say, and for me is that this is a man that has options because he's wealthy, he's popular, he has fame, and he still insists, despite his whatever he's done, he still insists to want to be with her. Do you understand? And what you're saying is that we thought, you know, from the stories, a lot of us, she's painted as this vulnerable. She has no choice. She's so poor. She depends on his, solely on his riches. It's where he feels like, and he casts his eye upon her, that, you know, she feels validated. But you're, from what I understood, you are trying to say that he needs her as much as we believe that she needs him. Sure. He has realized, this one is different from me. This one has this strength, or this one seems to be more composed. This is the one that will make sure that when all this is over, I come somewhere and they lead and make sure that we have proper structure. And it's okay, you know, as you said, BC, it's okay also in marriages, we tend to see that people with two different personalities. And it shows us that everyone comes with something. And for us, because she's been described, I've seen that they describe her as almost like a wallflower who has no, you know, no thoughts of her own, no strengths of her own. But obviously she does. And it's important. What she has is not only loved and respected by Davido, but by his family as well. You could see the sort of love and respect his father has for her, you know. They must know that there's something she brings to the table that for us, the world, you know, the world we don't see, that they see when they're in their home. This girl is good for our son. You know, he's jumping up and down and doing all his music and all these women coming out. But this girl will bring it. That is what I saw as well, and that's good.
And you know, one thing that pushed me to tears, I cried.
Wow.
You know, when I was watching the wedding, is the prayer her father did for them. Did you guys watch that prayer part?
No.
He said something about, I can't remember the exact, I was looking for the exact words. But what stuck out to me is that I know he's flawed. But Lord, please, you know, for God will be with you or something like that, you know. But acknowledging that this flawed man is coming to be married. So he was praying that in your flawedness, in your flaws, that God will still help you through it. So that for me helped me to see a father who has accepted him for who he is, just as his daughter has. The lens to which my child is seeing you is the same lens I'm going to choose to see you. You might not be perfect, but you love me, and I'm going to see that love. And that really, really got, I mean, it was so powerful to me. And that's the man praying right there. Oh, you know, it was such a powerful moment. But in a nutshell, let's talk about the post. So now that all the chicken has done, everybody has gone home, what do you think should be the next, especially now that there's issue of custody with Davido, with the other child is trying to, people are wondering, is this why you're fighting for custody? Because you don't want to have a home where, you know, she's the queen of the palace that has all the children under her, you know? What are your thoughts on going forward? How do you think they should move forward from all the drama? And how do you think she should move forward from all the drama that has come, or I'll call it baggage, that has come with this wedding?
So far for me, she's been able to keep her cool by not jumping to social media to announce anything, right? And that's one strength that I saw with her. With everything that's going on with Davido, the other baby mamas and all of that, we have never heard her come out to say anything. She's just at the back there, you know, doing her thing. And I think that should continue. I think she's sensible enough to know that that should continue. She seems well put together. Now, how they handle their issues, I also think that Davido is a man now. He needs to calm down a bit, right? He needs to, you know, take some things off social media as well, if he can. And if his handlers can help him to say, we don't want you speaking up about this, just take yourself away. There are other celebrities at that level too who we don't hear anything about, who are able to just take themselves away. Because now there are eyes on them. They've always been eyes on them, but now there are eyes on them. She is now the wife. There will be people who will be, you know, trying their best to spook them, to see, let us even see how strong these people are. Let us even see how long they can last. It happens across. When you get to that level of success, there's a level of envy too that accompanies it. And so he too must calm down with the way he does certain things. I'm more worried that he may have not gotten to that stage where he decides not to sow his oars around the world again. It's oats around the world again. But please, sow without evidence this time around and give some, you know, respect.
I'm told that we are going to be going off from the TVC News channel. So there's a Growth of Entrepreneurship International MSME Day Call to Action conference showing up in Abuja. So they'll be cutting us off right now. And those of you that are watching, you can join us live on YouTube or also on GoTV and Star Times. We'll be happy to see you there. Yes, you're going to say something concerning the... I mean, we talk about...
It's too funny.
What?
She said so without evidence.
Said,
so without...
He's going to say his wife
to change all of a sudden.
And he should do it without evidence this time. Miriam did...
Yes. yes.
Let me take Pascal. Pascal, thanks for calling from Enugu. You're live. Go ahead, please.
Respect that being.
Okay. Please, can you hear me? You guys, ladies, have been talking about tradition. Please, in Igbo tradition, all those things is not true, please. When you stay in Lagos and collect your daughter's bride price, it's going to affect you later. Some of them, they will not like to come back to the village because they know that they have a lot of questions to answer. Please, that is not true. That is what I'm trying to call you guys to. It's not true. When you have the chance, in fact, it brings respect to the girls that the husband comes to their village and makes the proper
what we learned, Pascal, what we learned was that the bride price was probably already paid in the village.
No, that one is apart. It's just because you guys are saying it. That was not
what's he saying now? Oh.
There was a caller. Sorry.
Okay.
There was a caller that was saying about like that Davido insecurity. When the girl's father started explaining those things to his kinsmen, they will just ask him, "You are fooling yourself. Our own daughters were married. Did they deserve to be killed?" So that is not an excuse.
Thank you very much. So
let me just add a little thing that he has just said. Even people who are not wealthy and all of that can choose to do their ceremonies outside the place for whatever reason. They pay a fine to the homeowners. Once you are able to pay that fine, all is well and good. You are fined for it. That's it.
Okay, so the part that we've been talking about, her inner strength and everything, the fact that she was calm. In today's world, we don't really encourage women to be like that. We encourage men to be vocal, to say their mind, to ask for help, to go out there, you know. And as much as we are recognizing it as strength, some people would say that we're speaking with two sides of our mouth, because the truth is that the average young woman today is being trained or is being asked to be more expressive. So you don't take it if somebody cheats on you, you tell him and you walk away from that marriage. You walk away, far away. You don't take a second chance. Why would you? So we preach to young girls that don't be a doormat. Don't be like this, you know, but yet we are also respecting another woman's decision to stay in a marriage. So how do we balance it such that we're not sending mixed messages to young girls?
Okay, for me, it's not mixed messaging, because what I saw and I admired about her was what came across to me as quiet strength. She didn't come to me across as the wallflower or doormat that people say that she is. So what does that mean? It means that that girl has made a decision, her choice. She has decided it. She's not being tossed and moved around, you know, by other people. So that's a different person. Yeah. There's a person who is a doormat, who does not speak up. Now, the fact that you speak up on social media does not mean that the person that does not speak up on social media is a doormat.
Yeah.
People speak up in their homes. Yeah. People speak up to those that they know can do something for them. She has access to all the family members if she needed to report Davido. She does not need to report to social media. Yeah. It's people that may not have access to Davido and his family that have to come to social media for online in-laws like you to help them put him out, to talk. Maybe it will affect something. But she knows where to go. Well, I'm assuming she understands where to go. She has his father's ears, his sister's ears. She hangs out with them. She has a problem with Davido. That is the strength we are talking about, you know. But there are some, what I know is a drama, a wallflower. You would have like a timidity where she's afraid to say much. This man, you know, he determines what I do, what I say, how I dress. Well, she seemed like she had, like she's her own person. Right. How long? So that's it. That's too. They've been together, I hear, 13.
From school.
Nearly 10 years, right?
So she seemed to me like she's in charge of even the full-blown Davido himself. We know those sort of, you know, people who...
Social media, nothing?
Seem like, oh, we have... Should I take messages?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we know those people who feel like, you know, this person is the boisterous one, till you get into the house and realize that no decision he makes crosses without her signing it, you know, and she's like that. So I don't think we are passing mixed messages. I just think, and I also don't think that she's staying because she's compelled to. Cheating may not be her deal breaker. We have said it over and over. It's not everybody. A few years back, I would have said it is. Now it's not. So if tomorrow Oga cheats and you people now say, Auntie BC, you are still there, I will still be there. If after all the sacrifices I've made, as I'm building myself, so I will not come and live for who to come and do what? No. So if someone is trying to respond.
I have comments here on the Oni. Someone says, exactly, na party attendee always, the throne done the soft. The Oni, Andrew in Statham says, the Oni of Ife shouldn't be there. He has to be rarefied. He kind of cheapens himself. And then that's when Blessed One said exactly. Then
let me take this one. Ogumola Emmanuel was trying to get to the very dark man Iyabo Ojo's thing. He says VDM was not trolling without reason. Iyabo abused him with a dishonored remarks about his mom. A man can go crazy for things like that. If you think VDM is overreacting, wait until it is your mom that was disrespected in that way. VDM is at fault as Iyabo is. So this gives us context.
So why that came out. So Hafsa here says...
insulting each other long before this, so you just found another ammunition.
Okay. Let me take Benga from Okwebi. I'll come to you. Good morning, Benga. Yes.
For the first time with this world, I've been calling from inspection. You guys will not pick my call.
Sorry about that.
God for today.
Thank God.
As a reason, I love all of you.
Thank you,
now, go back to what we were discussing.
Yes.
Marriage is a union a contract between two people. We all can stay outside and say what we like about them. They understand. This guy is in love with himself. Give it to them. Davido is in love with Chioma. Chioma loves him. Every other thing we say on social media is not a reality place. But I want everyone to know that social media, people come and say, it's like going to a beer parlor and discuss politics.
Gosh, Meg, I didn't know.
Yeah, I have a few messages here.
Please.
Hafsa says, Mariah, you don't know how vocal she is at home. That she's not shouting online doesn't mean she's not in charge. You don't know what message she uses her eyes to communicate with Davido behind the scenes. Good Beat said, no listen to advice. So people telling you to leave your husband. Though. Most of them no go leave. Mina TP says, we balance it by encouraging young girls to be their authentic selves. If your nature is to speak out, do you. If your nature is to be quiet, do you.
I like that. You know, so, I mean, we need to see the twins. I mean, like, they kept the babies out of it. I was thinking
they're
that...
still young.
And then they're still young, but I just thought that they'll be somewhere, you know, because...
especially, I'm so sorry to remember this, but with their first child that they lost, he was quite out there.
Yeah.
So
maybe this time around, they're not keeping him.
So someone says, David and Chioma had earlier been to the Oni's palace for his blessing. It's all over the internet.
Okay.
He's
He's only of Ife now. So
he's only of Ife, yeah. And they are from Osho State.
Yes, so obviously.
Ogumola Emmanuel says, I think he loves her because she could easily have become another baby mama. He has constantly defended their love on numerous occasions.
Okay.
Did she condone his excesses because he was rich? Only she and God truly knows. All in all, she has made her choice. He chose her back.
Yeah. So can I ask a question to the online in-laws? If God forbid, that Davido go and cheat again, what are we going to do to him?
Nothing.
No.
What will you do to him? He made his choice.
I will hunt him.
You
can't hunt him.
I will hunt him.
If God forbid, he does what?
Go
cheats again.
You can't say.
He is a man.
Meaning that
he
has control. A man can have.
Excuse me.
Don't feel that mentality. We've left that level in this
No. But let's look at it. He also comes from a family.
Who has left it?
No, we cannot.
That's you that has left
it. We have done this show for 11 years. We must not continue to feel. We must not continue to feel the mentality that because he's a man, he can just spread his royal roots. No,
he tell he was going to stop.
I'm just We are demanding that he stops.
Why?
Who are you?
Who are you to demand?
The family, in-laws, the in-law family, the Chioma's in-laws online.
Chioma,
they are demanding that as of Tuesday, you have put a full stop to all your philandering.
What if Chioma doesn't mind? What if Chioma actually likes it?
On her behalf, we are minding.
No,
Okay, she might not mind as a person, which is but on her behalf, we are minding. We are monitoring him step by step.
So that you do what?
You cannot.
We are monitoring him.
I have sent them. They know what is right for them.
Yeah.
And please, they should carry go.
And then, you know, the governor of Osun State, his uncle, he's so like Davido.
Yeah.
And I hear he has multiple wives.
So no, that's just two. I think it's just
that's
two.
multiple. It's more than one. So it's not something that would be new to that family if he decides that
he dare not. He already has 3 or 4 baby mamas. That's
baby mama is different from
we have
marriage.
seen your CV.
Why are you crying?
We have accepted. No, I'm just saying. Wait now. We have seen your CV. We have accepted your CV. Her father said, we know your flaws. This is the book you brought to marriage. We have seen it. We have accepted it. Please, let's not go further.
No. Then you have not accepted his flaws.
No.
Because the flaws don't change.
The flaws don't.
They can't just change.
No, this one has changed.
Oh, okay.
He has now. No.
Okay. Honorable Ademola says, please, people can say what they like about Davido and Chioma. They found themselves and have decided to marry each other, irrespective of the money.
Yeah.
Whatever that comes out of the union is their problem. Stop taking Panadol over
YK.
other people's problems. Let them be.
Two-Face and
Idibia.
He's been faithful. He's been faithful to her.
No. But remember the times that she's come out. The reason why some people did not have any sympathy for her was she made a choice.
Yes.
Like today, the way we're talking about Chioma is she made a choice. She was with him, and throughout their relationship, he cheated on her, had babies on her, and she still went ahead. So she knew exactly who she was getting into a marriage with. So she can't come out tomorrow and cry about the same thing that she accepted.
We will not answer.
When my father married my mother,
okay, don't we bring it to this matter now?
I will cheat.
Oh, really?
Yes. He told her that I will cheat.
And she accepted.
And she accepted.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
and it was never the deal breaker between them.
Yeah. Yes. So you don't
Meanwhile, you, Edoche, and his own, she said, I don't want to be a part of it because that is not what he promised her.
Yes.
It was not part of the deal from the beginning.
Okay. Yes.
So the difference to that...
As an online in-law, this is my compromise.
Okay.
God forbid it happens.
I don't know what it concerns.
Oh, God forbid it happens. You know, and she accepts it. We'll still love and respect her, and we'll celebrate her.
Yeah.
But we'll have Davido Sinu. We'll have him inside. We'll have him Sinu that our mind will continue to convict him. Our mind will continue to judge wherever he goes. We'll into him.
So all the Nedwoko's wives before Regina, what are they supposed to have?
Sorry.
Nedwoko, who married Regina's
No, that one knows what she was entering now.
All of them know what they are entering. That's what we're telling. We have just talked about her quiet strength. What do you think we're talking about? It means that she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I've compromised now. I have accepted. I will love her like that.
That's the point.
I have said we'll accept.
You know that there are women who know that they don't like some other activities plenty. They give you a pass to go outside. They give you a pass. And they are happily married. Yes. I don't want to mention it today.
Okay.
Today is
Thursday.
It's
We have to wrap up. Let's take a few more comments and then we're done.
Let's
Let's take a few more comments on social media. We'll run.
It's Sunday on Your View.
Any comments? None?
Women accept things when they like you, from Antnam. Mina says, well, she can always seek advice from Annie Macaulay.
Annie.
Yes. Annie.
Really? I'm surprised that there are no comments.
I think they're still enjoying
comments.
it.
There are plenty of comments.
Yeah, so read now, YK. You need your glasses.
Esther says, only God can change a man, not a mere vow. You know, Gold Ablaze says, Davido most likely will not stop. It's in his blood.
Nah, I don't
know about blood.
If it's not a deal breaker, pass and calm down. He's talking about the caller that called about them going home. Ghania says, na village the blessed wedding. I beg, make una shift, Jare. What's so special about the village?
Fadi Kifuta says, Chioma has graduated from the class of people singing, carry me they go, brother, carry me they go, my husband's house. Now she's in her husband's house.
Uchechi Jogu says, my friends did theirs in the USA.
And Nothing happened. They're still good.
Yeah.
Hafsa says, if Chioma doesn't mind, we online in-laws mind for her.
Okay.
Davido needs to sign an undertaking.
Yes, exactly.
We
have to wrap up.
We did not discuss marrying a billionaire in Nigeria. Is there a prenup? Is there anything like that?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, so
Truth and Fiona, who are our YouTube, they are going to do their own wedding, and they said their own.
Really?
They're getting married.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, that would have been so nice. Oh, I would have been so excited.
We don't do underground since Davido.
So we have to wrap up.
Small compared to our own.
Okay, let's take the final one for Miriam.
No, sorry.
Yeah, okay, one second. Okay, so because all of us are part of this wedding, we must also put things in proper perspective. So there is their own marriage, which, as you said, it doesn't concern us. Two people, adults, have come together, and whatever happens afterwards is none of our business. We only wish them the best. If it happens for the rest of their life, great. If that is their business, God will protect them from as they've decided to be together. But for those of us online watching from outside in, our prayer for them is that Davido is indeed faithful, and that this marriage really brings closure to all that has happened in the past. In that it's like that icing that helps to really move both of them forward. And those of us that don't want Davido to make another mistake, we are watching you very closely. Because we don't want him to make a mistake. It concerns us. It concerns us. Especially those that are living abroad. All those Shanikwa, Mikanwa, that will be those
as I'm like here like this, I'm thinking of my production. It's not another person.
All the Shanikwas in New York City, all the Yolandas in California, all the Mirandas in ATL. He's married now. Get your acts together. Okay. Don't touch him. Yeah. He's a married man. Yeah. Leave him alone.
When he touches them, Uncle,
he doesn't touch. He's a married man. Oh, wow. You see, I really believe that Davido has fallen in love.
No, he has always been in love.
He's been in love.
I believe that this love is real.
He didn't stop.
I really believe that.
But he has been in love.
He has always been in love.
It's different now. It's different now.
Wow.
It's different now. I trust me. Should we bet?
No, can't bet on somebody's life.
$100,000. He will not cheat on her. He will not cheat on her again.
Where will you see the $100,000?
$100,000 shrine dollars. $100,000 shrine dollars.
Excuse me, what are you trying to say about shrine?
$100,000.
I'm telling you.
$100,000 shrine dollars.